So, hello and welcome to the next DJI Avata manual mode fly around. Today we are in by the Kemnader Z in the Ruhr area. On the Ruhr, just like south west of Dortmund, south of Bochum, and so on. Nice open area here, which basically negates all drone laws because we are 150 meters away from all buildings, 30 meters away from people. I have a spotter with me as well, etc., etc. So we could just fly the drone today without any worries. I have had to edit out some footage because there are people with dogs and stuff. So I've had to cut them out because I don't want them in the footage. So if you see skipping around, it's because of that. We can't stop the people from walking their dogs in the countryside, and I don't want them being in my YouTube videos either, and I respect their privacy too. So yeah, what a lovely day, blue sky. I've used the DJI LUT on here, and I've also got the camera on automatic settings with a maximum ISO of 100, just because I didn't want to mess around with anything, and I wanted the nice blue sky everywhere, so the shutter speed is probably going like mad because of that sun. This could have been a great occasion for ND filters on the Avata 2. I don't own ND filters on the Avata 2, but maybe I might think about buying some. What an amazing drone though. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, my confidence level is getting higher and higher and higher, and I'm slowly starting to nearly do power loops and stuff like that, but I've definitely got a lot more confidence going round things through smaller gaps. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a long way to go with flying the Avata 2. There's many more hours until I'm super happy with doing everything I can do with the Avata 2 that I can do on the simulator. Also managed to get it to about 75 kilometers an hour today at about 40-degree angle. I did a speed test with it. None of the footage is in this, but I did it after this. It's not very interesting. It's just me flying basically in a straight line, trying to get it max speed. And I also had the camera at around about 40 degrees, but the wind, there was enough wind to stop it from doing a bit more than 72, 73 kilometers an hour. I think I might have got 80 at one point. I'll have to look at the goggle footage. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. Flying around here is nice, swooping up and down over the trees and over the river, and especially under the bridge, and then swooping up and over the bridge, etc., etc. Yeah, it's not a long video, this one. We went out to buy some oil pastels for Eileen. So we just drove by to come home, and then I had all the drones with me, and I was like, let's get out of here and fly the drones here because this is an amazing area. I actually wanted to get out and fly the Air 3S, but then when we spotted this open area, we're like, we've got to fly the Avata here because this is the Avata flying area, and so on. So absolutely brilliant time for flying. This is what you buy the drones for as well, to have to have freedom to fly around. The HD signal around these areas, with around some of the trees, etc., etc., it gets cut off a little bit, but you've still got full perfect vision with the goggles. There's never any worry about losing signal with the drone here, to be honest with you, and it just flies like a dream. There are a couple of occasions though where I found when doing tight turns, and then maybe going up or something. So if you're going to do like a quick yaw spin and then you want to go up as well, and you do it too quickly, you can feel that the Avata, the motor's kick in or something. It doesn't totally like it, and I'm pretty certain that doesn't happen with custom built drones. I don't have a custom built drone. I'm hoping to buy one in the foreseeable future, but until I've mastered flying the Avata 2 in every aspect, I will not be stepping up to this. Anyway, this is the Kemnader Z. A little bit of kind of cinematic footage for you just to see it, and then we'll just start swooping around the trees again. Well, I did swoop around the trees, but as I said, I had to cut some footage out. I always fly the drone with the 4:3 aspect ratio. So, but then obviously when you come to edit it for YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, then you've got to do a whole bunch of keyframes to move the part up and down. So I would recommend, if you're going to post videos to YouTube in a 16:9 aspect ratio or horizontal landscape ratio, I'd just advise just banging it on 16:9 in the beginning already. But if you are going to do TikTok videos and stuff, then well worth putting it on the 4:3, because you get that extra height, or you get the extra room top and bottom as well. So you can just focus on the center and make sure that you keep your subject in the vertical boundaries, and then the width, it doesn't matter too much. With that said, it took a little bit of time to edit this video correctly so that everything stays in vision. Okay, so if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, share, and if you've got any questions, feedback, or concerns, as always, let's start a conversation in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. My name's David Thorne. Ciao, ciao, and goodbye.